The silent sting of betrayal. Some of the deepest wounds you'll ever carry don't come from
Hey there.
enemies. They come from
Subscribe
those
to
you
my channel
trusted, those you
and
thought would
also
never
press
cut
this
you.
bell icon.
It's not always loud. It's the quiet pain of neglect, the subtle sting of being shown you don't matter. You hold on, hoping they'll change, convincing yourself they didn't mean it. But let's be real. Real love, real care, real loyalty, they don't hide behind excuses. They show up. They speak up. They protect. They lift you up without making you beg for it. 2. The truth behind their absence. If someone makes you feel like a burden, it's not a misunderstanding. It's the truth screaming for you to wake up. Here are 8 toxic behaviors that shout louder than words. They don't care. First, they only call when they need something. You know that gut punch when someone you loved treats you like a convenience store. They vanish when life's good, but crawl back when their world's a mess. You cling to memories, hoping they miss you, but deep down, you know they need you, not want you. 3. The pain of being a tool. Their care is built on what you offer, not who you are. You feel it when they text out of the blue, and for a split second your heart sparks. They remembered me. But 5 minutes in, it's clear. They want a favor, money, advice, or a distraction. They're nowhere when you're winning or hurting. Yet you answer. You give. You hope. Because you love deep. You see the good in them, even when they keep handing you their worst. 4. Stop calling it forgetfulness. Let's stop pretending. Selfishness isn't forgetfulness. Absence isn't life getting in the way. People make time for what matters. When someone only remembers you when it suits them, that's not love. It's using you. Every time you answer their call, hoping it's different, you lose a piece of yourself. Your soul knows you're being exploited, seen as a resource, not a relationship. Their 2 a.m. calls when they're broken, you're their therapist, their safe space. But when you're drowning, silence. Ghost town. 5. The disposable feeling that silence hurts more than words can capture. It makes you feel disposable, unseen, like your love was just a service they could dial up. They show up later, no apology, just a fake "hey stranger" and another bold request. You, with your big heart, help again. You open your door, your time, your wallet, but every time you do, you teach them it's okay to treat you like a revolving door. Slowly, your self-worth erodes. Love without reciprocation, it's exhaustion. It's emptiness. 6. Guarding your sacred light. Ask yourself, if you had nothing to give but your presence, would they still call? If not, that's your truth. Your light is sacred, not a public service. You're not their backup plan or second choice. Stop letting takers treat your heart like a free-for-all. Consistency is love. Effort is care. Presence is truth. If they only show up when their well runs dry, that's a transaction, not a relationship. Protect your temple. Not everyone deserves access. 7. The violence of dismissal. Second, they dismiss your feelings every time you speak. Emotional dismissal is violence. Quiet, slick, passive, a smirk, a rolled eye, a quick topic switch. You try to share your heart, and they wave it off like your pain's dramatic, your emotions exaggerated. Over time, you stop talking. You stop feeling safe. You ever start a sentence with "it hurt me when," and they cut you off with "here we go again"? That's not love, that's control. They want your silence, not your truth. 8. The gaslight trap. When they dismiss you, they're not trying to understand. They're dominating. They want their feelings to matter more. You start feeling invisible, questioning if you're overreacting. That's the gaslight. They make you doubt your reality until you shrink, until your pain feels invalid. But your emotions are sacred, not a burden. Real love listens, leans in, says, "Tell me more," even when it's messy. If they can't handle your truth, they don't deserve your heart. 9. The power of an apology. Third, they never apologize, even when they're wrong. How does it feel when someone wounds you and pretends it didn't happen? They deflect, gaslight, twist the story until you're the villain. An apology isn't weakness. It's strength, humility, respect. But when they refuse to say, "I'm sorry," they're saying your pain matters less than their ego. They'll rewrite the script. "I didn't mean it like that," or "you're too sensitive." Don't fall for it. Your hurt is valid, even if they won't own it. 10. The weight of unsaid. Sorries without apologies, resentment grows. You're left bending, forgiving, carrying their debts with your silence. They expect you to get over it without their help. That's not love, it's entitlement. People who care apologize, not perfectly, but sincerely. They put connection over pride, but those who never say sorry, they're addicted to power. They'd rather lose you than humble themselves. Forgive for your peace, but don't keep them close. Distance is protection. 11. The sabotage of envy. 4th, they sabotage your growth, then call it a joke. Ever notice how some people act weird when you're leveling up? You share a dream and they smirk, saying, "Look at you, trying to be all big now." They laugh, call it a joke, but that's envy in disguise. Your growth threatens their stagnation. Instead of rising with you, they throw jabs, plant doubt, make you feel ridiculous for dreaming big. That's not love, it's sabotage. Their jokes aren't funny. They're hostility with a laugh track. 12. Outgrowing the small. They liked you better when you were broken, doubtful, small. Now that you're confident, they don't know how to handle you. Their sarcasm isn't banter, it's spiritual sabotage. Don't shrink to ease their discomfort. Your success isn't betrayal. The people meant for you celebrate your growth, not mock it. If their idea of comedy is your ambition, they're not friends. They're barriers. Let their laughter fuel your fire. Keep growing. Your purpose isn't a punchline. 13. The lie of being too much. Fifth, they make you feel like you're too much. Your passion's called dramatic, your truth too intense, your love too big. They flinch at your fullness, labeling you emotional, sensitive, extra. But you're not too much. They're too small for your depth. They want the quiet, watered-down you, not the vibrant, unapologetic soul you are. Every calm down or stop overreacting chips at your worth, but peace that costs your voice is a prison. You were born to shine, not shrink. 14. Your power is their fear. Your depth isn't a flaw. It's a gift they can't receive. They reject you because your presence demands growth, and they're scared. Don't dim your light for their comfort. Your passion is power, your truth is beauty. The right people won't run from your fire, they'll protect it. If someone calls you too much, say, maybe for you, but not for me. I was made to be free. Walk away with your head high. Your voice matters, your story matters. 15. The trap of inconsistency. 6th, their words don't match their actions. They say they care but vanish when you need them. They promise change but repeat the same patterns. They do just enough to keep you hoping, but not enough to build something real. That hope chains you, waiting for them to become what they claim to be. You're not asking too much. You're asking for consistency, the bare minimum. Love without it? That's manipulation, not connection. You deserve better than pretty lies. 16. Clarity over confusion. Inconsistency erodes trust. You doubt your instincts, make excuses for their absence. But real love is dependable, not confusing. It shows up in real time, not just when it's convenient. Inconsistency is control, keeping you off balance, chasing their good days. If their love leaves you anxious, guessing, that's not your person, it's a lesson. Stop chasing clarity from someone who thrives on your confusion. Watch their actions, not their words. That's your closure. 17. The silent rivalry. 7th, they compete instead of support. It's a betrayal that hides in smiles, backhanded compliments, and subtle shade. They see your growth as a threat, not a win. When you rise, they don't clap. They compare, distance, gossip. That's not love. It's rivalry disguised as connection. Real friends don't count your blessings with envy. They celebrate your shine, not resent it. If your success feels like their failure, they're not for you. Love uplifts, never undermines. 18. Your light isn't their loss. Your elevation exposes their stagnation, but that's not your fault. Don't shrink to fit their insecurities. Your light doesn't dim others unless they refuse to build their own. You weren't born to compete with those closest to you. You were born to build with them. If they turn your wins into a race, redefine the relationship. Surround yourself with people who pray for you, not plot against you. A real circle claps even when they're still climbing. 19. Begging for basics. 8th, they make you beg for the bare minimum. Having to plead for respect, communication, or consistency is dehumanizing. You shouldn't need to remind people to show up or keep their word. When the basics feel like a luxury, you're starving in a connection meant to feed you. They take your love, loyalty, patience, but call you needy when you ask for the same. That's not love. It's convenience. You're not asking for too much. You're asking the wrong person. 20. The power of walking away. If someone wanted to, they would. A lack of effort is a lack of care. You've made excuses for their patterns, ignored your gut, tolerated neglect. But love isn't confusion or survival. It's consistent, small acts of presence. Stop teaching people how to treat you when they never plan to learn. If they can't offer the basics, give them the exit. You're too valuable to chase scraps. Walk away from half-hearted love and one-sided effort. Your heart is sacred. Choosing your peace. We've all loved people whose actions betrayed their words. This isn't about blame, it's about protecting your peace. Love was never meant to drain you or make you question your worth. It's meant to grow you, lift your spirit. You're not here to be anyone's punching bag or to forgive patterns that break you. You're here to rise, to know your value without begging for validation. If they dismiss, sabotage, or neglect you, set yourself free. 22. The love you deserve. Real care doesn't require decoding. It's consistent, present, undeniable. You won't beg for it or wonder if you matter. You've been taught to endure, to stay silent, but silence isn't peace. It's suppression. You're not too emotional, too demanding, too much. You're enough. The right people will protect your heart, water your spirit, and meet you where you are. Let go of those who can't. The bare minimum isn't a blessing. It's the starting point. 23. A call to rise from today. Never beg to be chosen. Never plead to be heard. Never shrink for temporary comfort. You're not here to survive love. You're here to thrive in it. If that means letting go of takers, so be it. Protect your peace. Honor your heart. Trust that what's meant for you won't require you to betray yourself. Thank you for choosing truth over comfort. Walk boldly into your worth. Stay strong, stay true, and never settle for less than you deserve.